I'm back again, yo. So welcome back to another new Offroad Outlaws video. In one of my other videos, I made this Mater build from Cars. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you check that out. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing another build from that movie. And we're going to be using this car right here. And it's going to be Luigi. He's the one that changes tires with that other guy. I think his name was Guido, something like that. I used to watch that when I was a kid. But you guys like that, so we're going to keep doing this. So right as we get started, we're going to put that rack up there, which is going to signify like that little hat he has on. And we're going to change his color to yellow because that's what he has. We're going to put the tint all the way to black just so it can make the things pop. And you see that thing in the top, it's not looking bad. We're going to try to get as realistic as possible. Now for the wheels, we're going to change that up. It's going to be hard to get something like exactly like what he has. And then the part we aren't going to have is the white walls, because he does have white walls and that is not in the game. I mean, it is an off-road game, so it's not really something you would see in it, but it's fine because we're still going to get it as close as possible. I'm actually happy with the way it turns out. It looks pretty close because it's a simple build, but it looks really good in the end. So those are the wheels I'm going to go with just to try to get it super close. And I did put them chrome, and then I added that extra bead lip. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to lower this thing for sure because it is too high for what the build actually looks like. If you guys saw that little picture I put right there. So we're going to change this thing down all the way to the stages and bring that travel down. So, I'm still thinking it needs to go lower. So I'm going to go ahead and max it out and bring it all the way down. It could go lower if I change up that stiffness, but I feel like that's all right. Now what I'm going to do is just up that wheel size, bring down the wheel radius, just so it sits nicer. So I did change that up a bit, and then I'm going to increase the backside too. What I did have to do is I upgraded it to stage 2. So now I'm on that backside, and I went back to the front just so I could bring down that radius. And there it is. I feel like that's how it's going to be for the wheel setup. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go back and change it up visually. And those tires, I'm going to have to go with something more subtle, nothing aggressive. Those, just so it looks more radial. And I'm going to put that flame just like he has right there, because there is different versions. This is pretty much done if I was going with the regular version, but I'm just going to go with another version just to make it look a little more complex, just so it's not so simple, just so people know what it's from. I will put that 9.5 on there. I feel like this flame would look better. There's other ones, and the flame he has is more like of a flame as one color, not this one right here. It goes from like 3 different shades, but I feel like this one will sit better and it's closer to the shape. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that custom text. I'm gonna put that 95 on there, and I'm just trying to see which font would sit better, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with that first one. So you go to your edit text, and you just type in a quick 9.5. You change it up, you rotate it, you bring it down here. You want to size it up good, kind of like a little smaller than that flame ball right there, or like about the same size right there, just so it sits right, it sits nice. So I did change that up to a red, and I'm gonna be doing something a little different just so it looks nicer. So I put that red, I duplicated it, and I'm gonna bring this other one to orange, and I did make it a little bit smaller, and I'm gonna make it sit on top of it just so you could see both shades on there. So let me know what you guys think on that. I feel like that looked nice. I feel like that touch right there made it look better, and it did duplicate over to that other side. So I'm gonna turn that off just so that 95 wasn't like inverted, because it was sitting on a different axis at that point. So there's that flame. That's how I'm gonna want it. So I'm gonna leave the flame. I'm gonna go ahead and do the 95 again, and same stuff again. Just bring down the size, bring it over to red, and sit it perfectly right there. It doesn't have to be like the best, but just make it look nice. Right there is where it's gonna sit, and you're gonna have to get more layers, so make sure you have some gold. And I did buy those more layers, so now I duplicated it and I put it orange, and I'm gonna put that size down again so I can make it sit on top of there. And there it is. It's already looking lit. If you know what it's from, you'll pretty you'll pretty much say you could tell what it's from. It looks good enough, I would say. There really isn't much other to it. The only thing missing would be those white walls, but that's fine. It's no big deal on that. So now I'm just gonna max it out, power to the fullest, down to grip, maxed out, weight. We're gonna reduce it a bunch. Durability to the top. I'm gonna put a turbo. I was debating whether a turbo or a supercharger, but I went with that turbo. So now it's time to test it out. And of course, I'm gonna be testing it on my own map. But real quick, what I noticed is those leaf springs were like very visible. So I'm just gonna hide them by changing up that spring brackets. And the leaf spring, I'm gonna raise them just so you can't see them as much, just because I don't know, it's like the little details, everything matters, and I'm just gonna try to hide them as much as I can just so it looks a little more realistic. So I feel like it does look better now. So we're gonna be taking it over to my map, and if you haven't played my map yet, make sure you play it and you give it a rating. It has 133 good ratings, so make sure you search that up. It's just my YouTube name, Jose Maan, but the actual name is Jose Maan's Playground. But if you want to search it faster, you know, it's just Jose Maan. And right now I am changing up the drag strip. It was like all glitchy and buggy. It had a big bump and I kept trying to fix it, but it wouldn't go away. So I just removed it, and I'm going to be fixing it back up so you guys can claim your records again. Original C3 had that record, so once I get it fixed up, we'll see who takes that new record. So for now, I'm just going to be testing it right here. I have a video on my map, so check out that video. Check out that Tomater build if you haven't already. I've been putting out a bunch of videos this week, and they've all been doing good. 2 of them did over 1,000 real quick. So if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I'll put more videos out like this since you guys have been liking them. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think on the build. Hit that like button. Consider subscribing because I have a whole bunch of Offroad Outlaws content. And you know, thanks for watching the video. All the support lately really means a lot. So thanks for always being supportive, and stay tuned for more content.